I just turned 18, which means I can legally gamble and have the power to change the world. In that I can vote in American elections. I'm not really sure the exact details, but I'm pretty sure I can just make laws now. So I'm gonna spit one I've been cooking up for a while. Make spoilers illegal. I can't think of a single thing I've experienced that I have had no idea of beforehand. Video games and movies, but TV shows and anime especially, I've never been able to go into completely blind. I'm a busy guy, okay? I can't watch or play something the second it comes out, so stop projectile vomiting everything about a show or game the instant you see it. Sometimes it gets so bad that I don't even bother experiencing the thing at all, cause I basically know the entire story by now, so why should I even waste my time? I am done with having my enjoyment dampened by these cretins. Now before you ask, no. I am not outright banning spoilers because I understand. I understand people want to talk about things, and eventually I'd want to as well. So I am allowing spoilers if, and only if, they come with either 3 slides or 30 seconds worth of spoiler warnings. 30 seconds. Even if the spoiler is from a movie 20 years ago, because who knows, maybe I'll want to watch Hobgoblin someday, and I'll want to see it with fresh eyes. To make that happen though, I can't just ask politely for people to stop, because I've already tried. Can you please stop spoiling? Hasn't worked, and it will never work. It's time to take matters into my own hands. It's time to rise up against these spoiling scoundrels. And the best way to do that is through the legal system. Just like murder, spoiling charges will have 3 degrees. Third-degree spoiling is the least vicious of the 3. This is just when someone accidentally spoils something, like when you and a friend are talking about a show, but they're a few episodes or seasons ahead of you, and they say something like, "So you saw when Franklin D. Roosevelt killed Timon from The Lion King with his domain expansion, right?" Then you just give them the blankest expression ever, because in the last episode you watched, Roosevelt and Timon held hands for the first time. Your friend didn't intend to spoil, and it wasn't premeditated, so it's just a 3rd-degree offense. I'm a forgiving guy. I understand that accidents happen, so 3rd-degree spoilers only get punished with a slap on the wrist or a fine, depending on how many times someone commits the 3rd degree. The 2nd degree, though, already starts to ramp things up. These are spoilers done with the intent to spoil, but done with no premeditation. These people are terrible. As soon as they get done with the show or video game, they instantly throw it everywhere they can for people to see. Oftentimes they spoil because they're just excited about what they just witnessed. Like, that's understandable, but they're still aware of what they are doing. They know they could be potentially ruining the surprise for other people, but they can't help themselves. A spoiler is a spoiler nonetheless. So the punishment for the 2nd degree can range from prison time to death. The severity of the punishment is determined on how severe the spoiler is. If it was just a minor spoiler, then the person should only be imprisoned. But if it's a major spoiler, like a character death or something, the person gets death. Period. Now, the final and worst degree. It takes the most evil of supervillains to stoop this low. 1st-degree spoiling involves intent to spoil and a premeditated motive for spoiling. This means someone has to purposely post a spoiler, willingly ruin something for other people. And that's the reason they do it. They want to ruin it. They want to make people angry and upset. These people are the actual scum of the earth. They don't care about the thing they just experienced themselves. They only put themselves through it so they could ruin it for the people who would have actually enjoyed it. I hate them. I hate them so much. Death for these people would be mercy. No, they deserve much worse. Spoilers of the 1st degree get all their rights, their basic human rights, stripped. They are no longer human in society's eyes. They are beasts, abominations of cruelty. They deserve to be punished. They deserve pain. And to ensure such, they get this: waterboarding, the brazen bull, and heretic's fork all at the same time. The individual will have to endure suffocation and unbearable temperatures, all without being able to move, since if they do, they'll get poked by the fork around their neck. This feels like a fair trade-off. You know, they ruined a show for me, so they have to endure the most pain any man has ever experienced. Yeah, yeah. Like I stated earlier, though, you can only get charged with spoiling if you don't provide a proper spoiler warning. So either make people aware that you are about to spoil, or don't spoil at all. All unwanted spoilers do is ruin the joy of surprise for others, so don't be that guy. And as always, just remember, I am always watching.